Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly team calls. Today is March 26th, which brings us to the very end of the month of March. And I'm very excited to say that so far we have reached out and helped 29 lives as a team. That's awesome. The month isn't over yet, so that means do not give up on your goals and continue to invite, be product of the product, and don't forget to do your personal development. I want to start off by sharing some important dates that we need to keep in mind. Coming up. Oh, Norris is on. Hey, Norris, can you jump in?
Yes, sorry. I was putting Elias to sleep. Hi, ladies. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's go with our dates. Now, April is jam-packed with amazing trainings and events. So please mark your calendars down. April 11th, Uneris and I will be hosting Passion to Profits in Queens, and we need you guys to secure your seat by April 4th. And on that same day, there's also a Spanish training that's going to be held in Brooklyn as well. Not in Brooklyn, in Queens. Sorry, all Spanish. So if you have any Spanish-speaking coaches that would like to attend or even prospects, feel free to bring along. And then...
So, Norris, to clarify, it's April 4th is the Latino...
all Spanish training in Queens.
All Spanish training in Queens, but the 11th is our Passion to Profit.
The 11th is our Passion to Profit. However, we need you guys to secure your seat by April 4th. And then the big day, Super Saturday, which is April 25th. Now, if you haven't had your tickets or you haven't purchased them yet, please do so. We are not the only ones that are being there. Team Eagle, that is. All of the New York City region and fellow teams will also be there, so grab them while they're hot. And I believe that's it for April.
Yes, it is. We're talking about some other day events, but that's coming up. For now, we're going to jump right into our call because I'm very excited. I love having guests on our call. Today, I am honored to have Michi. I call her Michi, Coach Michi. Her real name is Michelle Chavez-Diaz, and she is a full-time stay-at-home mom who works her business full-time. She is a one-star diamond coach, and she has been a coach for 3 years. She is happily married with a teenage son, woohoo, I know the feeling, and a 2-year-old daughter from Jackson Heights. So she's right from the hood, from New York City. So let's get this party started. Welcome to our team, Michi.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for asking me to come on. It just happened that we were talking, and definitely God has a way of making things happen. And so I'm very excited to be on the call. So thank you so much for inviting me to come on. And if I can share anything and you can take something away, that's going to be amazing. So what I will say is, first of all, hearing those stats would make someone depressed. And I'm going to keep it as real as I can. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything because it's not going to help. Being a Beachbody coach is not all glitz and glamour. Okay? And I will tell you that. Not for you to, get scared and hang up, but it's for you to keep pushing forward. So I've been a coach. My 3-year anniversary was actually on Sunday, the 22nd. Thank you. I wrote a blog post about it. So if you want a little more detail, if I don't share any, enough, and you want more of an inside look, you're more than welcome to take a peek. I can give Unity's my website link, and then you guys can take a look. But, I just really was doing a lot of reflecting on Sunday. And what I will say is I've had many ups and downs with this business. I've always been in love with the idea of it. I started out as a discount coach because I needed the discount. I was unemployed, and I I only had 18 pounds to lose, so they were just those vanity pounds, you know, like summer was coming and I wanted to get tight. You know, I wanted to be able to rock my bikini and feel amazing. You know, so I joined for the discount, but I just so happened to land into the Team Eagle page and was like, what is this? So I started looking around and, you know, I went to my first fit club, and just being around positive, motivated people was an amazing feeling. I, by nature, am happy and, you know, optimistic, and I get excited and I want to live life to the fullest. But that's only because of all of the things that I've lived through, you know, my story, all of my obstacles, all of the pain and hurt. I just make that decision every day to push forward, you know, because things can make or break you. Right. So I want it to make me. I don't want it to break me. Even my darkest days, I've learned something from, you know, and I refuse to sink. I refuse to sink. I refuse to just let life pass me by. So I started to make the best of it, you know, and started to fall in love with Team Eagle and the energy and, you know, just all of the events that were available to me, and learning and being part of amazing people that I didn't have such supportive people around me, such motivated people around me, that they actually want to see you succeed. You know, I never had that. You know, I even had issues having friends that were girls because of the cattiness and the bochinche and, you know, talking about your man and talking about this. And, you know, it was very difficult. So I had to kind of guard my heart for a little while. And it was just things that I needed to battle, you know. So just seeing the Team Eagle page and, you know, I went to Summit only being a coach for 2 months. Like I wanted to see what this was really about. When I saw that you could get paid just for recommending something that is making you feel amazing, that's helping you to feel inside and out, just like a completely different person. You know, so many people think that the transformation is physical. It's not just physical. It's emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual, and you really learn about yourself. You know, so I couldn't get enough of it. I became, you know, like I just went all in with Beachbody and learning everything that I could and wanting to be around other people. And I mean, how many times do we recommend things to people? Restaurants, nail colors. If you go to you know, girls' night out with your girls, maybe to a lounge, or you go to a vacation spot, or when you have kids and you go to a birthday place, you're recommending things to people all day. So why not earn money for something that you're doing anyway, and you also get an amazing feeling from being able to help someone else? The ripple effect, I became obsessed with because I loved it. It was such a great feeling to know that people are stepping outside of themselves, you know, and really learning and pushing themselves to the next level and wanting to make a change in their life. So, you know, I did have some issues in my own life, and then I got pregnant. I really built my business pregnant. And then after that, I kind of lost myself after I had my daughter, you know, pumping and being attached to a machine and then taking my son everywhere. I just wasn't able to focus. I wasn't able to focus. And then the type of person that I am is type A personality. So I'm like, okay, well, these are the dates to become a star diamond, and this is what I have to do, and I need these many people, and that's just me, the person that I am. I like to produce. I'm a red, okay? I'm a red with a lot of yellow, so I have a lot of sapphire in there, so I'm not as organized as I should be. So when I did that whole personality test, it was 51% red, right? And then 49% yellow. So it's like such a contradiction because I want to party, but I want to work. God knows. So it's hard. And then trying to juggle life, you know, a little baby, and, you know, trying to be there and do everything that I wanted to do and be a hands-on mom with my son. And then I had this team that I was growing. I wasn't giving myself the time that I needed. I was failing to do workouts every day. And the part that I really, really neglected was my nutrition. And that is the reason why I still have these, well, now I have 34 pounds left, besides the 45 that were hanging on my body that shouldn't have been there because I wasn't going all in. So we're going to have lots of ups and downs, and it's kind of hard to balance your business and your fitness and your family. You don't have to be and do all. What you have to do is you have to get real with yourself, reflect, self-reflection. And you have to work on some kind of a system that, I wasn't writing everything down. I just thought that I was going to remember everything. Or I would spend too much time just on Instagram, or too much time being a social worker and not delegating tasks. And that's another part of the personality, that we're afraid to allow other people to help us. We're afraid to ask for help. Maybe thinking that you're the coach, you can't share that you're struggling. But that's what your team is for. You're not going to be perfect. There are going to be many stumbling blocks. You're going to see coaches that are having success. And yeah, I'm not going to lie. And in my blog, I kept it real. Yes, I was upset. Yes, it would hurt my feelings. Yes, I would even be jealous of coaches that came in after me and were like a 2-star dime. I'm like, how the hell is that happening? But you know what? They were putting in the work when I wasn't. They were being organized and managing their time, and they were focusing on what was going to help them become better, because you have to grow into that person. You're not just going to have this successful on your lap. And another big piece that I've been working on is being organized. So I got the passion planner. I started writing things down. I stopped feeling sorry for myself, and I started to put in the time what I needed to move forward. I was so stubborn about not understanding that your body is your business. Your body is your business. And it took one of my very good, she's become my best friend on my team. I call her my loca. Her birthday is actually tomorrow. And, it took her giving me such a smackdown and leaving me in tears. And she's like, Michelle, you are so lucky that you hit Success Club almost every single month, because I missed it in 1 month last year. By one point, I was so angry. But anyway, I didn't let that stop me. But she told me, she goes, you're so lucky that you make Success Club, that you do grow your team, that you do have people, your challengers. The reason why they follow you is because of what you allow, the inspiration that you give them. Can you imagine if you were showing them that this works? What a smack. I said, what am I doing to myself? Self-sabotage. That's what it is. We allow fear, self-doubts, jealousy, pity parties, busy work, and not being productive. We allow all of those things to stop us. So Uni's like, well, she's a 3 year, 3 years in the business. I'm like, that hurts. But you know what? That's okay. Because I wasn't meant to be there at that point yet. I wasn't ready for that kind of success, because it did take a lot of self-reflection to think of, to realize that your body is your business. If you're not organized, if you cannot organize your 12 people as a diamond, what on the planet is going to make you think that you can organize 100, 200 people plus? I had to do a lot of reflecting. I had to think about, what am I doing? How bad do I want this? Because I know that I'm capable. I know the business. I actually love helping people. So it's not, just hitting Success Club and getting challenge packs and, points and money and trips. Although all of that stuff is amazing. But I love the feeling of helping someone else and seeing them blossom right in front of your eyes. I think the magic happens when someone is stepping outside of their comfort zone. When they share something, when, it's great when they tell you, share a picture that, I'm wearing these jeans I never wore before. That's great. To me, that's superficial. I want to know the change that's happening here. I want to know that you're doing something that you would have never done before. They don't have to all become Beachbody coaches, but maybe they left a guy that was mistreating them. Maybe they've started to really care about themselves and work on their self-esteem and start reading personal development, start working on your spirituality, because that's something that I was lacking. Not my personal development, but my spirituality. That goes hand in hand. You know, most people don't even realize that when you're overweight, because the outside reflects the inside. So when you're overweight, it's because you're upset, you're hurt, you're angry, your self-esteem is, because if you cared about yourself and you respected yourself and you thought highly of yourself and you really valued the person that you are, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to get to that point. So that's why there's a lot of work that's involved with a transformation. Anybody can go to the gym. But to have real results is because you are following the whole package. Your nutrition, you're being part of a group, you're doing your workout, you're drinking your water, you're growing yourself as a person. Your willpower is on point. Of course, you're going to have those days that, you know, you're PMSing and you want to eat, you know, you want to sneak some cookies and, you know, I get it. But if you don't get back on track and then you allow this whole pity party to hold you back, you're going to go right back to where you were. So the willpower is so important, not just for being a coach, but for making changes in your life. You know, so to me, that's really where the magic happens. And that's the part that I really love. So if they start to get stronger and they can leave an abusive relationship, or they're being mistreated at work and they can make that change to look for another job, or they see that they're miserable at their job and maybe their passion was culinary arts. Hey, go look for it. Go look at the classes. Go do something different. You don't have to be stuck being miserable. Being a Beachbody coach is not for everyone. And I had to learn that the hard way because I wanted everyone to be a Beachbody coach. Those that are emotionally wounded, they can't be a Beachbody coach right away. Because you have to be somewhat masochistic as a Beachbody coach. You want to know why? Because people are going to reject you. That's why I tell you it's not all glitz and glamour. Because you're asking people, hey, do you want to join me? Hey, do you want to join me? And if you're not emotionally strong, you're going to take that personal, and what happens? You get upset, you get depressed, and then you stop inviting. Are you ready to be? Yes. You know, but that's the truth. When you hear that, when you get the crickets, that it says seen on the message and they don't respond to you. Meanwhile, they hit you up like, can you help me? I'm like, I've given you all the information I can. You know, you really have to go for it. But it's all believing in what you're worth. It's speaking with conviction and know that this is an amazing opportunity that we have to change your life. Have you ever, are you familiar with Maslow and the hierarchy of needs? Maybe because I'm a psych major. Okay, Abraham Maslow created, I want you to Google it, okay? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's the pyramid. And it goes in levels, right? So what are the things that we need in order to feel safe and you know, grow ourselves, right? So what did you say? Masola? No, not Masola. Maslow. Latina. You can tell she's Latina. She said Maslow. Right? There we go. Right. So it goes in a pyramid, right? So what are the things that we need? Right away, you need shelter, right? You need food and shelter. Once you have that, that's not your prior, you're not, it's not your ride or die need. Now you can keep moving. Well, if you really sit back and think about it, once you understand what the hierarchy of needs is, Beachbody fulfills every single one of our needs. Relationships. It helps us with financial, to be able to pay for our home and food. It allows you to have health. It allows you to think outside the box. It allows you to kick fear in the face and to truly become the person that you were destined to be. Is it always going to be, you know, a cakewalk? Absolutely not. You're going to have people that you sign up and, you know, that they fall in and out. And it's not because you're not being a good leader. It's not because you're not doing your job. It's because they're in a dark place. So what do they need? You got to break out the defibrillators, shock them and tell them that they're worthy, that they're worthy of love. They're worthy of success. But it's them that they have to believe it. Like, there's so many things out there for personal development. If you're lacking in leadership, look up leadership. If you're lacking in self-esteem, it's there. If you're lacking in sales and marketing, it's there. If you're lacking with, you can even get tutorials on PicMonkey. Like, everything is there. So when people tell you, well, I don't know how to do this and I don't do that, they're just excuses. All of them are excuses. But when you work together as a team and you have those goals in mind and you're putting other people's needs first, because you know that you can speak with conviction in your heart that this is an amazing thing and that you don't have to convince them, people will blossom when they're ready to blossom. And that shouldn't stop you from you moving forward. Because if you know what you're worth and you know what you have, then you're going to keep going. You're not supposed to be convincing people, So those are the little tidbits that I've learned so far. I mean, with my own journey, I have definitely, like, some kind of switch was flipped in October, November. I started to kind of awaken from my coma and, start thinking about what it is that I needed in order to become the person that I know that I'm supposed to be. Right? So yes, I'm a PD junkie. I love personal development. I will listen to Les Brown, Danny Johnson, Joel Osteen, Tony Robbins, Napoleon Hill. Like, I would just let it play. And I have playlists upon playlists because of the childhood I've had, because of the life I've had. I need that on a daily basis so that I can function. Right? But then when we've been hurt, you have these things that are deep down, that it's from the subconscious that stops you. So if you keep stopping yourself and you're not allowing yourself to grow, then I would maybe think doing personal development with self-sabotage. Really, like, affirmations, positive affirmations every day. And I had to realize that that's what I was doing to myself. So I started actually getting in touch with my spiritual side, which was a really big part for me. It's not that I'm against religion or the Bible or saints or church or anything. It was just a personal battle. But I realized that once I started plugging that in, along with my personal development, along with meal prepping, which I'm proud to say I'm doing it 6 weeks now, which is crazy. Because first of all, be like, Coach Michi prepping, she don't even like to cook. No, I don't like it. That's the reason why I was not losing my 45 pounds. But you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do. You can have excuses or you can have results. You want to keep looking at these people advancing and becoming successful and growing their businesses, and you're just watching on the sidelines? Or do you want a piece of that? So I'm going to give you a 1-2 punch if you're ready. Okay. Just put your thumb up if you're ready. Okay. Do you know how many coaches joined the Beachbody Network in the month of February for the cup? Somebody say it.
I know. I want to say like 3,000.
Absolutely not.
No, they said like 32,000.
32. I know it was a number.
It was 34,000 to be exact. How do I know? Because Jimmy Hayes Nelson, after he led the wake-up call, he made a video talking about how you can go diamond in a week. Right?
Yeah. So
he said that there were 34,000 coaches that joined in February. Now, a person like me breaks that down and says, that's a lot more people that I'm kind of competing against, right? So it breaks down to, how bad do you want this? Do you want it more? Do you want it more than you're going to allow your excuses to hold you back? Because we all have access to P90X, TurboFire, 21-day fix, blah, blah, blah. They're not buying that. They're buying you. Right? So the more that you advance, the Star Diamond pool is going to get smaller. You want to know why? Because there's going to be way more star diamonds advancing because they want a piece of that. So if there's 34,000 in that month, what are you willing to do to put skin in the game to achieve that? That was hard for me to think about. I was like, wow. So is it worth sitting down watching a movie when you're not really all that tired? Or hitting your Instagram? Or going back into your inbox and reviving messages that you had months ago just to say, hey, how are you? Another thing that I started doing that I wasn't doing before, which shame on me. Because being a Beachbody coach, and I don't really share this, but being a Beachbody coach for 3 years, I have, about 500, 600 customers sitting there in my back office. Shame on me for not contacting all those people. So my loca, Elizabeth, she's my success partner. And, she likes to give me smackdowns because no one else can give me a smackdown. Because I'm the one that's, it's my team and I'm with them. And so they don't like to test me or, try to hold me accountable, which is not a good thing. But she knows me and will go head to head with me because she loves me, because she wants to see me succeed. So she knows when to push my buttons and make me feel uncomfortable. So if you don't have a success partner, I highly recommend that you get one, and not one that you can BS. Someone that you really have to get raw. So what she told me was she hit Success Club this month. You want to know how?
How?
Not looking for anybody new. She went into her customer leads.
Ouch.
Called, emailed, and texted them because she has a system that she created. And she got people that signed up for Shakeology or T25 or, any of those leads that you get, right? She converted them to challenge packs.
Gracias.
Yep. And she told me, look, you're here driving yourself crazy looking for people all the time when you're sitting on a gold mine and you don't, for fear, because you don't want to pick up the phone and call them.
I email them and then don't hear back from them, so I give up. Ouch.
It's like the picture of the little viejito with the digger thing, and then he stops and it's a whole funnel of diamonds. You want to know what a smackdown that was? Because she said, why were they a lead? Think about it. And I had to think about, I'm like, well, because they want help. Hello. They want help. And we are not doing everything that we need. That whole Leaducate and the lead lessons in the Coach Online office that we were having there and all these things we had to watch, they gave us scripts. They told us to call and email and text and told you exactly what to say.
But we take the easy way out.
We have asked it. We said, but they didn't respond to my email. I'm going to be honest. I have like 26,000 emails because I don't want to check them. Because I have a work email that's the one I check. My Yahoo, I don't check. Remember, now most people are using Gmail or something else. What about people that bought a long time ago that have a Yahoo like me? I don't check that one. But if we would have texted them and we would have called them and left a voicemail, not just saying, hey, I know that you purchased from Beachbody. Just wanted to let you know that your purchase, you also have access to a free coach, which is me. And I'm here to help you. Because you reached out to Beachbody because you wanted help. And that's what I do. So I hope that gave you a punch to your gut.
It did. Thank you so much.
Because here we are driving ourselves insane. I mean, this is for emeralds and above. When you're an emerald, then you get the free leads. If you're an emerald and then you hit Success Club, then you can get the, people that actually buy a program, then you get the commission and they become your customer, right? But if you're not reaching out to them, you're sitting on a pot of potential people that raised their hand and said, I want help. Even if they went and got a free account, they took that first step to make a change, right?
Very
That
right.
was a punch. I said, oh my God. And she said, and here you are looking for people all over the place. Hello, they're right there.
You know what happens to Michi? I don't mean to interrupt you, but sometimes when we follow up with people, we send them that coach enrollment. And I think this is where most of us get stuck. We feel like we sent them the coach enrollment, so we're going to sit there and wait for them to purchase. And we sit there and we're like, but they said that they were going to purchase this weekend, so I'm not going to continue bugging so-and-so because this person's going to come in and going to purchase. But we can't hold our ground for one person that said they were going to do this, right? How did you handle that?
Okay. That's happened to me many times. If I go into my Coach Mobile app, if you go to not the first screen, but you go to the next one where it says started, you know how many I have sitting there? People get cold feet because you know what? Maybe they were all excited and they were pumped and ready to go and they wanted that challenge pack and they think about it. Well, what happens if that doesn't work for me? Maybe I've tried Herbalife. I've tried these pills. I've tried this wrap. Nothing has worked. It's because they're still not ready. They weren't real enough with themselves. Fear is holding them back. Now, I'm not going to say that I convert every single one of those to a challenge pack. Not everyone is ready, and you have to wait. But what I do is I will send them a voice note because you cannot deny that you heard the voice note. They may not reply, but when I speak, I'm going to share my heart. And I'm going to tell them, listen, you reached out to me because you wanted help, because you wanted to make a change. Here I am helping you. You have the order there. All you have to do is submit. It's on you whether you're going to take that step. I'm here to hold your hand every step of the way. And you have 30 days to try it. If you're not 100% happy, you send it back and you get a full refund. But the only one that's stopping you is you. Now, once I have my transformation, then I have the upper hand. You want to know why? Because then I can throw it in your face and say, I'm showing you what worked for me. Hello. So if you have results, you should be killing it. Killing it. Because I've been showing people for a year and 8 months that Beachbody doesn't work for me. But it works for my challengers. It works for my coaches. Lanita, but it doesn't work for me. Why? Why doesn't it work for me?
Because you're not willing to put the skin in the game. You don't want to meal prep.
Exactly.
Dale.
I wanted, but I really didn't want it. I like to call it double dutching. You know, when you're getting ready to jump in, you know, you get excited. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wait, but I'm not. But wait, you know, you're taking your time.
That's too much sweating. I give up.
I mean? But most people are like that because they're afraid to jump. That's why our post has to be that you're going to show them something motivational. You're going to share. I'm not saying you have to post your food every single day because that gets boring too. But you can post your picture with the containers in the background because every single one of us should have the 21-day fix because that program is amazing. Amazing. For someone like me that doesn't like to cook and never meal prep in her life, okay, that program is life-changing. And if you understand that, then that is your winning argument at any time because everyone's issue is nutrition. Because you can work out. I have people that go to the gym for 2 hours. I'm like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. You can't go to the gym and then eat garbage. Like, what did you go to the gym for? To eat that burger? You're not going to get results. So if you have results, the ball is in your court. If you don't have the results, then you better get them. Because our bodies are our business. And until we do that and show, you don't have to have six-pack abs, don't get me wrong. But you have to be showing people that you're working on yourself. That you're learning as a person, that you're growing, that you're kicking fear in the face, that you're part of something amazing. Tell them how the 21 Day Fix is helping you change your life. Like, that's why for me, I show pictures of meal prepping, because anybody that knows me knows I don't like to cook. So for me to spend 2 to 3 hours in the kitchen washing and slicing and dicing and cooking and sweating like a maniac is because I'm serious. It's because I'm done waiting on the sidelines. There are 3 types of people in life: the driver, the passenger, and the spectator. Which one of those are you? And which one do you want to be? That's what it's about. Some days you don't always want to drive. You want to be the passenger. I get it. But if you want to be the spectator letting life pass you by, it's going to be, you're going to have lots of regrets in your life. And that's not what we were put on here, put on this earth to do. It wasn't just to exist. It wasn't just to produce kids. It was to produce life. It was to live. It was to give back. It was to help other people. You know, whatever your gifts are, every single one of us has it. So you can't compare yourself to other people. And that's what I allowed to get in my way as well. And then I became the pity party. And then I would look in the scale and not in the mirror and not like what I saw, and then see, you know, other coaches, Norris, Unides, beautiful women working on themselves. You know, life isn't perfect for them either, because they're human beings, but they're working on themselves. They're proving that they believe in this, that this is their lifestyle.
That's what I was going to say, Mitchie. Like, let me put this for example, right? Mm-hmm. Life happens, and life happens to all of us, because unless we're dead, life happens.
Yep.
And we deal with issues. We have personal issues. We have family, health. You know, you name it, we have it. But regardless of the situation, there has to be a point in which we decide if we're going to let the situation ride us, or we're just going to succumb to it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I find that the biggest struggle in this comes from people who start off, you know, gung-ho, ready to go after their goals. But once things get really hard and they get nitty-gritty, like, you know, I'll put myself up, for example. I've been sick since Monday, but I haven't stopped showing up to my business. Maybe not with the same enthusiasm and 100% as I can, but I'm not hiding under the covers because I'm sick. I can't work out because I'm dizzy, but I'm still posting on social media certain things that, you know, will connect with people, right? What do you do, or what do you say to someone who allows life to overtake them? It's cloudy and I'm not going to go out. It's raining and I'm just going to hide. It's snowing. Yo no puedo.
It has to do with willpower. It has to do with that they're being weak. They're being weak, and they're allowing everything else to affect them. So now, one thing that I tell my girls all the time is that if they have a job, right? So if Beachbody's not there full time and they actually have a job, they still have to go to work. Mm-hmm. Whether somebody's in the hospital, whether someone passed away, of course you can take a couple of days from work, but you got to go back to work. Your kids are sick. You're going through a divorce. You know, God knows, life happens, right? You still have to go to work. Okay. So the thing with this business is you're your own boss, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're not strong enough, then you're going to allow everything else to get in your way, because you haven't mapped out your vision carefully. Because Danny Johnson is right. When there's no vision, there's no future. Because this is something that you own. This is your business. No one can ever take it away from you. But it's also much easier not to put in the time and not to put in the work, because you're like, oh, well, nobody's watching. Mm-hmm. I don't have a boss. There are no deadlines. The only deadlines that we have is hitting Success Club by the 30th or the 31st of the month. That's the only deadline that we have. But it has to be that it fires you up. It has to be that you love what you're doing. Like that Beachbody has made a change in your life, that you want other people to feel that. I'm not saying that if you're sick, like with strep throat and all that you have to be on the computer all day long or that you have to do your workout. We have things that happen to us. But there have to be those non-negotiables that you show up on social media at least twice a day. 2 to 3 minimum, yes. But as long as it's something a little engaging, something about, life and, something of value, something that you're going to give them, maybe some kind of comedy, something lighthearted, but that you show up. Now, I will say that I have a lot of coaches. Why do you think I'm a 1-star? Still. Because the person that I was then attracted those people. Feeling down, feeling upset, not being strong enough, letting excuses stop me. I attracted those people. Like attracts like. If you don't like the coaches that you have on your team, they are a direct reflection of you. So get yourself in check. Do the homework that you have to do to grow yourself as a person, as a wife, as a mother, as an employee, as a coach, as a mentor. Because remember, success is not just going to fall in your lap. You're going to grow to earn that. You're going to grow to become that person. Who says it? It's some superhero. With great status comes responsibility, or with great power comes responsibility. I think it was like Superman or Spider-Man or somebody. But you know what? It makes sense.
Spider-Man.
Right? Because if you're a 15-star diamond coach versus an emerald, you don't have as many responsibilities. People think that you're 15-star diamond and you make all this money and blah, 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 blah. They have to work harder because they have to be able to help other people. So you have to do that work. You have to be a little bit more organized. I'm going to share with you an app that is saving my life is Evernote. Okay? It is helping me because I am not an organized person.
And I'm going to share with them the video you shared with me about the training on it so that everybody gets the same info.
It's going to help you because it's going to allow you to create documents on your phone that you can then share with your team. Because if you're not setting something up that they can duplicate, what are you doing? And that was my problem. And I have no problem being honest and being real. That's why I'm still sitting at a 1-star. It's really, it takes getting real. And could I have quit? Absolutely. Could I have said, well, maybe I wasn't meant to be a coach. Maybe I'm not a good leader. Maybe maybe I'm not a good coach because I'm not showing them results. Maybe Beachbody coaching is not for me because I'm not hitting Success Club 10 every month. And I'm not a 5-star diamond by now. And I'm not making all this bank because I was so focused on rank that I was not focusing on the volume. What's the purpose of being a 5-star diamond and you're not getting paid like one? Because it sounds nice on a 5-star diamond. It's a lot of things that you need to really think about. Think about what you want. You can never go wrong with being a Beachbody coach because you're working on yourself and you're making a difference in the world. Are you willing to step up to the plate and allow yourself to become the person that you were designed to be? That's what this is about. So that was, the things that I've kind of learned so far. And you're definitely going to see a lot more of me. Oh, another big piece that I will share. When I first joined as a coach, all I did was post salesy stuff, right? Look at these ingredients in Shakeology and Satchaini. And nobody cares. They don't care. We think they care. And if they ask you, it's because they want to sound smart. Because if they wanted to know what they were eating and drinking, they would never drink soda. They would never go to McDonald's. They would never eat potato chips and all. They wouldn't. They wouldn't allow their kids to drink Kool-Aid. Okay? So they, believe me, they don't care about all the ingredients. They want to know, does it work? How does it help you? Will it help me? So posting all the salesy things, please don't do it.
It's not going to take us far because it's not the sale that they're looking after. Mm-hmm. One person told me, I've spoken to a few people and I feel like I can trust you. I feel like you're real. So I've been checking you out for X amount of time and now I'm ready to give you a try. They're not ready to give Beachbody a try. They're not ready to give the fitness program a try. They're ready to give me a try. Hello, I'm not coming to live with you. But they believe in me because they've been following me. They've been reading what I have on my wall. And all of a sudden, they want to give me a try. Like, Diache, all right, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said, this is a lifestyle. We can all sell them P90X on 21 Day Fix. They're not buying that. They're buying you. They're buying what they want, what you have. They want that sense of being proud and being part of something and making the best of your life every single day and kicking fear in the face and working on yourself from the inside out. That's what this is about. We're not just, it's the X and here's my shake. It's so much more than that, and people don't understand. You think that you have to post your every single meal, every single sweaty workout picture, and that gets very boring. You're not adding. And for a while, that's kind of what I did. I just, copied and pasted what my upline gave me, or whatever other successful coaches were posting. Why? Because I so desperately wanted to be successful. And I said, well, it's working for them. It's got to work for me. That's not true because they're not me. I was never letting anybody see who I was. Let them see. Let them see that you're silly. Let them see that you're goofy. Let them see, if you love doing hair and makeup and all that, post about it. I don't like that stuff, so I don't care. That doesn't mean anything to me. To me, it's football, personal growth, and being a leader and being free and family. Those things mean something to me. I want to make memories. A designer bag is all nice. I don't care about that. I want to make a memory. I want to take my family on vacation and make memories with them. To me, that's so much more important. I want to be free with my time and my money so I don't have to worry. I don't have to say, we don't have money to my kids. I don't want that feeling. It's horrible. And that I'm going to let people saying no to me stop me from allowing me to become financially free and be truly present in my kids' lives. Hell to the no. That's crazy. Like, we're putting our future in other people's hands because they say, oh, well, I'm not ready yet. Or no, that's not going to work for me. It works. Why are you going to let them stop you? So, it's, you really have to post about you and what you like, because that's when you're going to attract people like you. And that's why I said before, I attracted all of those people on my team as coaches because that's who I was at the time.
And now you've got to deal with it. Ouch!
Yep. Thank God. God heard me and gave me 2 new girls that are amazing.
But that's because now you have been improving on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the motivation to improve on ourselves so that then as we move up in the ladder, because you said something very important in the beginning, which goes hand in hand. Like, unless we're willing to grow and create a system that can be duplicatable, then there's no purpose in getting a team, because what on earth are you going to do with them?
Exactly.
So if you're in the mood of growing and becoming a bigger and better person, then yes, dive in full force into the personal development, because you're going to get into a bigger, your mind is going to explode and you're going to be open to the new possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And then when those new possibilities come in, you're ready to welcome them, because you know where you're going to put, the red of your team. You know where you're going to put the yellow in your team. You know what you're going to do with your blues. You know what you're going to do with the emotionals. You're going to have that patience. But unless you know how to work with yourself and give yourself that time, it's going to be impossible to move forward and up.
The greatest project you're ever going to work on is yourself.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Michi. I don't know if you have anything else to close with us, but I think you have touched in so many trompones and just like bows, and you just put it out there. Thank you. Because I think it comes a moment when we all need it, I don't know if anybody has a question for you, but the floor is open. As you can tell, Michi doesn't sugarcoat anything. She's ours for a few more minutes, so you can ask her any questions.
Yeah, I mean, ask me whatever you want to ask. Social media, maybe a specific battle, what kinds of things do I plug into when I feel funky, like anything. What my favorite football team is, like whatever you want. I told you I love football.
I don't know anything about sports. I can't ask you that. Oh, one of the girls, like she likes her husband likes you. I guess he's listening to you too. What's your favorite football team?
New York Giants. If he likes the Jets, I'm sorry, but too bad.
Yeah. Thank God my husband didn't hear you. My husband's a Jets. But I'm not a football fan. I am not.
Way more masochistic than I am. They always lose. I can't.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I don't know what to say. But having something in common with you, and thank you. I want to piggyback on what Unera said. Thank you so much for keeping it real. I love that, because it's hard to find people like you that don't sugarcoat shit, because at the end of the day, that's what we need in this. There's no magic. Everybody has the same programs to sell, the same beach body, 3 vital behaviors. Everybody has the same goals of, reaching SC5 or 10 at the end of the month. Mm-hmm. But it does all come down to who you are and who you see in that mirror, and how you present yourself to the world. And having a baby of 2-year-old, he's not a baby, but he is attached to the hip. Mm-hmm. How have you managed? I have a 2-year-old going on 3 in June.
Okay.
How do you manage that? I know that a lot of, people, our moms here and ladies are, always juggling the 9 to 5, then mommy. Like, where on earth do you find time for Beachbody?
Okay. Well, remember, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I work this full-time from home. But I cannot be plugged into the computer all day long, because I cannot deny my daughter. I cannot deny her, and I cannot neglect her, right? So this beautiful book has become a Bible to me, my passion planner. And I love the fact that it's broken down into half-hour increments, right? So if I'm not done, too bad. I got to move on to whatever I have left. So, like, for me, what I have done is, I've never been a morning person, and that's because I wasn't allowing myself to be. But your hunger for success is going to wake you up every morning, because I'm done wasting time. So I get up at 5:30. I get up at 5, and people are like, why? You're a stay-at-home mom. Because I'm a stay-at-home mom. Because I want to get up at 5:30. I do my workout from 6 to 6:30. And to help me accountable, I have a Zoom workout with 5 or 6 of my other girls on my team, or some challengers. Like, we mix it up. And I know that they're going to be there waiting for me at 6 o'clock. So I do my workout, then I do my personal development. I have my alarm set up to eat 7, 10, 1, 4, and 7. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. Finally, my Ruby is coming in instead of Miss.
I love it. And I share a lot with you with that, because sometimes people have this misconception of, I'm also a stay-at-home mom. I'm calling myself a mompreneur.
Well, that's really what we are.
That's what we are, right?
About that title. That's
so,
exactly
a lot of people have this misconception, oh, well, you have all the time in the world. That's why you're successful and that's why you reach a C and all of that.
No.
Well, hell no. I am too, waking up at 5:30 in the morning. And guess what? Some mornings my son loves to wake up with me. So what could have been an hour workout or a half hour turns out to 3 hours. But what do? You have to look for the time. You need to carve it out if you really do want to make this your business. If not, someone else is going to make it for you, and then you're going to have to like go and work for someone else. So I guess our why needs to be like right in our face. And I think that's one of my biggest ones and one of my motivators. I do not want to work for someone else.
Okay, me neither. But another thing that I had to stop myself from doing was cleaning during the time that I am at home when I'm supposed to be working. Because stay-at-home moms allow errands and cleaning and dishes and laundry to get in the way. I had to pound it in my head. If I was at a 9-to-5 job, I would not be home cleaning at this time. So what on the planet makes me think I should be doing it now? This is my job.
Good thought. Ouch.
I understand, you don't want the dishes to be piled up and you don't want your house. Okay, so then you set up maybe Thursdays, which are payday. You do like 3 hours of cleaning. You know what I mean? You do your cleaning and you do your laundry on payday because things are a lot lighter. It's the brand new start of the week. You still have 6.5 days left to hit your goals, right? So that's the day that you do that stuff instead of every single day. How long does it take just to straighten up? And maybe 45 minutes, an hour? So yeah, I straighten up, but am I going to be dusting and all that? Absolutely not. Not supposed to be doing that. And another big thing that is pushing me is that the summer is coming. We have 87 days until the summer. Do you realize that? I started the countdown yesterday. So another thing that's really pushing me, you would think that by me having an almost 15-year-old son, when he's home, he helps. It's the complete opposite. Then he wants to be up my ass and he wants to drive me crazy. He wants me to go here and he wants me to go. And then he gets bored and annoys the little one. So another big goal is I need to tackle all of those projects and have everything organized and every single T crossed and I's dotted, because I'm going to need to take my kids out during the summertime. I cannot be in the house on the computer all day. So until you set
we're all going to go to the same park, okay? We're all going to meet up at the same park. We'll play. Everybody will play together and mommy work.
Because you really got to think about that, because that's coming.
It is.
So I might have to get up at 5 then instead of 5:30 and push it. You know what? I'm willing to do whatever I have to do because I've wasted enough time that I can't get back. So I can't beat myself up about it. I did learn from those mistakes, but now it's how bad do I want it? That's really what it comes down to. I don't watch TV. I don't care. I didn't even know anything about the buildings burning today, and I don't know what's happening in the world. I know it's an explosion, but you understand what I'm saying? None of that. I don't watch Empire, Scandal, True Bloods, none of that.
We go to Twitter for that. Twitter updates. Twitter updates us on everything.
Okay, there you go. I don't even do
Instagram
that.
Too.
Yeah, but I don't know, because I'd rather be doing something else. And then I look, and I'm going to give you another. I'm going to be 36 in August.
Oh, you're looking good, girl.
Thank you, baby. I always have a baby face. But to be real, then that means 4 more years and I'm 40.
Shut up. I'm in 2.
Well, I have a lot to
I'm 44.
a lot to accomplish before then.
Me too.
Am I going to allow myself to waste more time?
No more.
Thank you. Ladies, come on. I don't know if anyone else has something to say.
Maybe they're scared. They're like, she's going to say something crazy to me.
I don't want her realness. No, I love it. I like it.
Well, this is Melissa, and I just wanted to say thank you for just being authentic. Um, I know for me, I want everybody to sign up and join me, but I'm not as consistent as I should be. And I know that I let the excuse of life and everybody depending on me be my excuse.
Okay.
So this definitely was a trompón, like the girl said. It's that smack in the face. Like, are you gonna keep using that as an excuse, or are you gonna push? You know. So just thank you for that, because I needed to hear that today.
You're very welcome, Melissa. But what I'm going to say is they're not going to join you if they don't see you being consistent.
Yeah.
I tell my girls all the time, they might take a little hiatus of a week not posting. I'm like, and then you wonder why your business is not growing. Why on the planet would they want you to be their coach if you're not even posting on social media? If you have a job that you're there, you know, and you can't be on the internet during the day, you have a lunch hour. That's one. Two,
I take bathroom breaks.
Okay. But you also have a 1 hour lunch break. You can eat at your desk and then take that hour and you go and you work. You could do your follow-ups and you can invite them. And if you created your stuff in Evernote, you would have your running list right there so you could be mobile. And especially with the nice weather coming, you could go sit outside your job. You don't even have to sit in the building. You don't have to, where people are going to bother you and they're going to talk to you and they're going to, nope, bye-bye, it's my lunch hour. So there's also Hootsuite that you could schedule your posts. It's just to show a presence there. And people needing you, people are always going to need you. But now, what are you going to be willing to do it? So if you're lacking on your workouts, then wake up in the morning and get it done. You want to know why? Because you know you got it done. Then you could use that hour and a half at night to work your business. Because by the time you get home, you're tired. You don't want to work out. So what? You miss your workout again.
Very true. Pero nada, Mickey. I think we're gonna call it a night. It's past our hour that we promised. So I'm gonna thank you very much from the bottom.
You're very welcome.
And on behalf of the whole team,
Thank you.
I'm gonna be on, and I'm gonna definitely post a recording. I'll share it with you as well. You can share it with your team.
Thank you.
Your words were really received well in my heart, and I know in all of us as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Super Saturday. I'll give you a big hug.
Right. Have a good night. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you.